Hello brothers and sisters in the Lord, welcome back to my channel. My hair is a little different today because my sister cut my hair. So whatever, quarantine life, right? Let's talk about Christian courting. Now, there are a lot of different cultures and a lot of different ways where people and the cultures court. I'm just gonna fix you for a little bit. Okay, a lot of cultures. Now in States, I am aware that there is what we call dating. In the Philippines, we don't really have that. I know a lot of new subscribers from different countries, which is thank you for being here. When I started speaking in English, a lot of you came and a lot of you are part of my family, so thank you for being a part of this family. This family does not have a name yet. So let's talk about Filipino style courting. Let's talk about that first. Here in the Philippines, in the old times, people would court each other. The men would pursue the woman that they really want and they would focus on that person. The reason why I have this video for you, because there are a lot of requests about how to respond to people courting them or people confessing that they like a person. In the digital world, especially now that people rarely go outside, a lot of people are basically bored, so they just tell someone they like someone through chat or through texting, because in the digital world, that's how it really is. In the past, when the men would court a woman, they would go to the house, they would court and try to get to know the person, try to get to know the family, and then that's how the courting happens. I feel like I have a little credibility in this sense because I had my fair share of relationships, which are long-term relationships. I had 3 serious relationships, a year, 5-year, and so anyways, the Filipino culture in terms of courting, what happens is that a guy would pursue a girl, and the girl would finally say, okay, yes, you're my boyfriend now. That's how just it is. It goes from courting and then boyfriend and then dating. That's the time that they can date. Well, right now there are a lot of people who goes to dating, especially the millennials now. They do the dating scene already. We are becoming westernized a little bit, are focused on one woman. If there's one girl, he would be focused on pursuing one girl, and the girl can accept a lot of suitors for herself. I don't know, that's how culture just happened. But I will be giving you different advices or different tips for men and for women in the Christian realm. Now let's start with the men first, because I know the men will stop watching, so let's start with the men. Don't say you're praying for the girl. A lot of men right now and a lot of young people would say, hi, I'm praying for you, or they would chat a girl that, hey, I'm praying for you. I'll just share with you an experience that I recently had. Is I know that he's watching my video, so I'm sorry. I know you're watching my videos, but anyways, he told me that, hey, I'm praying for you for 3 years already, and honestly, it caught me off guard because of course we rarely talked, and then he told me, I've been praying for you for 3 years, and I'm thinking, okay, so what do you want me to do about it? Are you gonna pursue me or you're not gonna pursue me? I do not see him that way. But then he just told me this random confession that he liked me. There is a question that was sent to me, how do you respond if someone confesses to you, or what do you want to do, because I do not feel anything for you right now, so what do you want to do? And he just decided, well, I'm not gonna pursue you right now. So I was like, okay, so why did you have to tell me? Telling a girl that you're praying for them, I feel like it's a trap. It makes someone be inclined to you because of the praying word. You don't really have to tell the person. If you really want to pray for them, then go ahead and pray for them. You don't really have to tell them unless you're gonna pursue them. If you're gonna pursue them, then go ahead and say it. But if you're not gonna pursue them, then what's the reason for saying that? I don't feel like. Number 2 is that pursue or don't. Decide whether you're gonna pursue or not. Ask the Lord. Make sure you have the word from the Lord. You have His promise from the Bible. You're sure that you're gonna pursue the person. Make sure that you're sure that this is what the Lord wants you to do, because of course, if that really is a Christian girl, she's gonna want to have a relationship where it's going towards marriage. So please be sure about it, whether you're gonna pursue or not. Of course, the favor of God will come to you if that's what He really wants you. Okay? Faith without action is dead. A lot of people will say, well, that person, she is the girl that I'm gonna marry. You hear that a lot of times, and yes, the Lord does give revelation such as that. The Lord will give you revelation specific person. Like I've told you in all of my other videos, that God is not the God of confusion. He will let you know. But faith without action is dead. Meaning, if you say, okay, that person is for me, and if you are sure that it's from the Lord, of course, the Lord will open opportunities for you to get close to the person. The Lord will open opportunities for the both of you with favor and grace from Him. He will give that to you, but you have to work for it. You have to get to know the person. You have to take the chance. A lot of people will say you shoot your shot, but you don't shoot your shot unless you are sure that that's what the Lord wants you to do. And when you're sure that that's what the Lord wants you to do, then what's stopping you? Faith without action is dead. And if you have faith that that's the person that the Lord wants you to marry, you have to work for it. You have to pursue the person. You have to get to know the person. You have to give time with the relationship. That's my advice for the men. Is number one, don't say that you're praying for the person. Next, pursue or don't pursue. Make sure that you know if that's what the Lord wants you to do. Number three is be sure, be adamant about what you want to do. For the girls, you wouldn't have to rely on a guy because you are secure, and men will come. They will see that this girl is secure in the Lord. The right guy will see your security in the Lord, and he will not be afraid of that. He will not be intimidated by how close you are to the Lord. He will not be intimidated with your strength and your security in Jesus, but he will find it admirable. So be secure in God, because the right man will come. Pray to be the right helper. When I became single, I was in relationship for a very long time, just as I mentioned. And when I became single, my last relationship, and from that moment on, I told the Lord, Lord, I want to be the helper that you intended me to be, that you intended me as a woman to be, because I do not want to be the reason why a guy would fall into sin. That's the power of the woman. She invited Adam to sin. And because that's the power and influence that the Lord gave a woman. I want to be the kind of helper that you want me to be, not the kind of woman that will bring a guy to sin. That's not the kind of woman that I want to be. When someone confesses to you, be honest. Just like the person that I told you earlier. I told him, hey, I do not see you that way, but I do not have the right to tell you that what you're dealing with the Lord is wrong. But what you can say is what you're feeling, and maybe you're not ready. You can be honest with the person who confesses with you. You can pursue me, or you don't. Do whatever the Lord wants you to do. But you do not have the right to say, his dealing with the Lord is not right. The next one is get boundaries early. I'm saying this not only for the woman but also for the men. Is you set your boundaries early. Know where you fall. For example, wait, I cannot chat until midnight, or I can't say these kinds of things to a person. You have to set your boundaries with a guy, and you say, okay, I don't want to be holding hands when we start dating. I don't want to start to do this, and I don't want to start to do this. I will not kiss a guy or this, no hugging, all these other things. You can set your boundaries for yourself, okay? For everything else, while you are single, while you are in the courting stage, while it's early on, you can set boundaries. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you already stepped off the boundaries. The Lord will give you a chance to say, well, and this is what the Lord asked me to do. In all of this, I am giving these advices because someone asked me to do this video, and I hope that this helps other people as well. But at most is that you have your own dealings with Jesus and with the Lord. I hope that you find the right person for you, whether or not you're asked to be single or not. The Lord wants the best for you. It doesn't matter if the person is Christian, the person is in the Bible school, no one is perfect, but you have to constantly strive to be in a relationship where God wants you to be. Strive for purity, strive to be in the right relationship with the Lord. When your desires align with the desires of the Lord, then everything will be in His path, and everything through His will, favor and grace will flow from that. So basically, that's all I can say. If you have any more tips down below, just write on the comments. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all of you. If you have any request, message me down below. And thank you for being with me. If you finish the video, comment an elephant emoji. Live loved, favored, and found. Like this video, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, click the bell button. Bye guys, Sharba na me. Sorry, I'm just sweating so much. It's so hot.